When the name Tesla comes to mind, most people immediately picture a car-producing company. However, Tesla is more than just a car company. In fact, you can consider it more of a tech company, considering how technologically advanced these cars actually are. Just take a look at the Tesla Model S. You'll realize that you can actually watch Netflix and play games in there. The crazy part is that Tesla has no plans of stopping here. How far can this company really go with technology? Well, you're about to get a glimpse as we take a dive into Elon Musk's romance with quantum computing. In this video, we'll learn all about the trailblazing development made by Elon Musk and his team. Welcome to our channel, where we talk about all things science, Elon Musk, and SpaceX. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe to Elon Forward. We have many more videos that will certainly intrigue you. From this video, you'll see how Tesla is about to revolutionize the automobile industry even more with quantum computing. You'll also get to learn some new terms that will give you a good idea of how advanced cars will be in a few years. So let's get into the video. If you've been an avid follower of technology and car advancements in the last few years, then you'll have a good idea of the various barriers that Tesla seems to be breaking in the world of automobiles. These cars are so cool that the Nikkei Asian Review, a Japanese business journal, had engineers dismantle a Tesla Model 3, and they were left speechless by how sophisticated this vehicle was, especially the electric vehicle company's onboard computer technology, which in 2020 was one of the rare advanced ones in existence. Even an anonymous Japanese engineer at a competitor automobile firm had to admit, after evaluating the integrated central control unit in the Model 3, that this was beyond them. In his famous words, "We cannot do it." And that's all the confirmation we need that this competitor, like lots of other competitors, can't catch up with the superior AI processors in Tesla vehicles. Well, who best to hear it from but the mouth of the boss himself? Elon Musk, the Tesla CEO, claimed that the current generation of Hardware 3 processors, which they started installing in all Tesla vehicles in 2019, has a high processing capacity enough to allow Tesla vehicles to drive themselves fully. Now, try to picture a world where you would order a ride and it's a Tesla, so you step right into it and there's no human driver, just a machine programmed to get you to your destination all by itself. Sounds crazy, right? But the possibility of this happening is as real as ever, thanks to powerful processors in this brand of automobile. Still, Tesla isn't there just yet. At this moment, the self-driving capabilities of this vehicle are restricted to level 2 out of 5 levels, meaning they're partially autonomous. Level 5 is the highest, which represents a completely autonomous vehicle. Still, this is good enough to manage some pretty amazing tasks like navigating parking lots, turning, and changing lanes, all without a human driver at the helm. However, Nikkei believes that the rest of the automobile industry can expect to have at least this level of technology in their cars by 2025. Seeing as that's still 3 years from now, we agree that a lot can happen before then, and that puts Tesla a few years ahead of the competition. So what's keeping others from being partially autonomous at this moment? Well, Nikkei claims that this is likely due to the old-fashioned supply lines of manufacturers. The major difference here is that Tesla is still so young, and that means that they have more flexibility in selecting partners. While older firms are stuck with manufacturers that still have things done traditionally, Tesla is able to leapfrog past the competition with this huge advantage. However, the company plans to update its standard autopilot features to provide complete autonomous driving, level 5, very soon. But to do this successfully, they would have to overcome major legislative and technological challenges. Meanwhile, Tesla has been pursuing this mission head-on, and this has only been slowed down by the COVID-19 pandemic. By October 2020, Tesla launched and commissioned the full self-driving beta program in the United States. However, this automobile company is not new to criticism, and they face some heavy backlash for testing this with some of their Tesla workers and owners. Many people felt that it was a really wrong move to have unskilled users evaluate the beta software, and the loudest voices were industry analysts. They called it irresponsible and risky, which we might agree with a little bit. Let's face it, you don't just hand over self-driving cars to anyone. While Tesla is working towards achieving level 5 autonomy, the biggest conversation right now is on the latest quantum computer that this automobile company is diving into. But before we dive deep into Tesla's deal with quantum computing, we would have to familiarize ourselves with the concept first. Tesla has been in the news for the move into quantum or near quantum computing, which they say will be useful in solving their autopilot issues. So what exactly are quantum computers? These are machines for data storage and process that use quantum physics features. The magic is in how much they can outperform even the most powerful of supercomputers when it matters, so they come in handy for several jobs. Where traditional computers like our laptops and mobile devices store data in bits of zeros or ones, the fundamental memory unit of a quantum computer is known as the qubit. These qubits are created with physical systems like the direction of a photon or the spin of an electron. So a traditional computer can represent any integer from 0 to 255, and an 8-qubit quantum computer can simultaneously represent any of these numbers. And now we can explore the new possibilities that quantum computing brings to the world of artificial intelligence. That technology that allows you to put your phone against your face and it instantly unlocks, or those incredible features that help in easily detecting fraud, all have their foundations in quantum computing. It frequently includes the processing of massive amounts of data, which helps in producing better choices and predictions. And that's why they are so useful in fraud detection and facial recognition. The interesting thing here is that we're yet to explore up to half of what can be done with quantum computing. Right now, there are so many technological and software restrictions we're yet to get past. We know you're thinking, but we are in an advanced age with discoveries that didn't exist decades ago. Yes, that's true. But unfortunately, we still have a long way to go. The good news is that even though quantum artificial general intelligence is still a long way off, it's not so strange to imagine the possibilities of thinking machines. They are more than a simple concept of science fiction. Quantum computers can help engineers discover the exact cause of a product failure during a complicated manufacturing process. A good example is a microchip. You may have a little idea of how much goes into the manufacturing of microchips, as this contains thousands of stages. Quantum computing can help in eliminating expensive failures in products like this. These are only a few advantages that Elon Musk saw, and he knew that he had to incorporate quantum computers into Tesla and possibly even SpaceX. Tesla held its AI Day in 2021. And that was the official debut of its Dojo supercomputer technology. Believe it or not, this company is claiming that it has created the world's fastest AI training machine. At AI Day, they got to showcase the new heights they've achieved with in-house chip designs. For several years, all tech experts have talked about is the creation of an in-house supercomputer that would handle neural net video training. And now, it's finally here, thanks to Tesla. Tesla's fleet of more than 1 million vehicles trains neural networks from massive amounts of video data that it processes. The Tesla CEO felt they could do better with hardware solutions and brought up internal solutions. So, for the last 2 years leading up to AI Day, Elon whets the appetite of enthusiasts with teasers on Tesla's supercomputer, Dojo. There are so many things to say about Tesla's Dojo. One of the most interesting facts here is that in 2020, Tesla claimed that the Dojo would have the capacity of more than 1 quintillion floating point operations per second, which is equivalent to 1,000 petaflops. At the AI Day, the engineer demonstrated the D1 chip with its nanometer technology that gives impressive computations and bandwidth. It creates something called a training tile through the combination of thermal management, power, and UI. According to Tesla, combining about 2 or 3 training tiles in a tray and then placing 2 trays in a computer cabinet could produce as much as 100 petaflops per cabinet. And then this enormous bandwidth can lead to the formation of the exapod. Although there have been a lot of discussions concerning Tesla's proposed AI training computer, the CEO claims that it won't be operational until the end of 2022. However, it will be the world's fastest AI training computer with a tiny form factor and high power efficiency. Tesla plans to use this supercomputer in its self-driving car development, and this includes plans to make it available to other AI developers. So far, Tesla has accumulated tons of self-driving data, which will be processed and analyzed by the supercomputer. This is a project that's very close to completion, and once again, Elon Musk is about to take the lead in providing a significant advancement in self-driving technology. While quantum computing is still at its early stages, Tesla will most likely explore all it has to offer as soon as possible. And if you enjoyed this video, we have another like it of Elon Musk revealing the revolutionary Tesla tank, a military-grade cybertruck of the future.